Hi guys, Steve up at the property, and this is the second week with the John Deere 310D backhoe. I've gotten a little used to the machine. I've been using it a little bit, and I figured I'd do a video to show people basic operation, how to start it, drive it, and use both ends. I'll try to make a quick video, go through all the steps, and hopefully I can cover the basics should anybody be interested. All right, let's get going. Okay, we're in the machine. I got the doors and the windows closed because it's a little nippy out. Okay, first thing you do is you turn over to this side and you have your dash panel, I guess you could say. Your tachometer and hour meter. You got your fuel gauge, start aid, parking brake. Start aid is like a starting fluid, ether. Machine doesn't like it. Only use it if you absolutely have to. Okay. No air conditioning, no seat belts. This is your front wheel. If you want to kick in the front wheels for your four-wheel drive, your rear wiper, your rear lights. This is no air conditioning, but it does have heat. Can't really mess with this. I don't want to break it. It just blows hot, which is all I need. That's your fan. This is your throttle. So you have a gas pedal, that one all the way on the right with the rabbit on it, but you could use this too. Now I use this when I'm going through the property because when you're bouncing up and down, and you're hitting the gas, you're bucking, so you're best off just setting some kind of decent RPM to get around from point A to point B, so you're not goosing it and just making matters worse. All right, so you want to start it. Just turn the key one position. If it's cold, you let it sit for a second or two to warm up the glow plugs, and okay, sorry for the brief interruption. I have a kill switch by the battery so it doesn't drain down the battery. So make sure you put take off the kill switch, turn the key over. And there you go. We're running. Now, before you move, I actually have the bucket down. So we're going to let it run for a second. Let things get warmed up a little bit, and I'll bring you back. Okay, we're warmed up here. Sorry about the rattle. Once I grab a hold of the steering wheel, the rattle goes away. We'll put that on the list. Alright, let's get the bucket out of the way. Now this stick is the stick that operates your bucket. So we want to lift the bucket up just to get her off the ground. So we pull back, and we're up. Now we also want to rotate the bucket up, so we go that way. And, see, the bucket is, so this, push this way, bucket goes down, and then we move it this way, in, bucket rotates up. So that's the way we want it. This is pretty much where you want it when you're driving around, so it's up and out of the way. Okay, so push the stick down to make it go down, back for it to go up, right to dump, left to, I guess, scoop, you could say. Okay. Now, you notice that's the parking brake. That keeps you from rolling all over the place. Now, you gotta remember to take the parking brake off before you move, otherwise you break the parking brake. Now, this is your speed selector, your gear selector, 1 through 4, typical H pattern. This is your gas, or like I said, you could use this. Here are your brakes. Now there's two pedals. If you're in off-road, you can use that to help you steer by braking one side, not the other. And this is your diff lock to get all wheels spinning. Okay, over here is your gear selector. I mean, granted that's gears 1 through 4. When I'm going through my property, I basically have it in first gear. I'm not going anywhere in a hurry, and that's fine. This is for forward, neutral, and reverse. Now when you shift, you got to hit your electronic clutch, which is here or here, either place. Oh, your directionals, front windshield wiper, your front lights, which I got to work on the lights. They really don't do much. Okay, now you got your seat on the side. Here's the one that makes you where you can swivel. Whoop, sorry. And get to the. Okay, now we're at the back station. Got the boom out in front of you. This red thing is a pin that you can put down in there. You see the hole. That's if you're traveling and you still want this thing swinging all over the place. This holds that, you see that silver, that metallic cable, that you pull that back and it unlocks the boom so you could use it. These are for the outriggers. So you push that down, and that one goes down, lifts up a little bit. That one down. Alright. And then when you just lift you up just a smidge, you're locked in. Now we want to unlock the boom, so we need to get the boom to come back a little bit so there's no pressure on that. So just a little bit, you pull this one back just a smidge. See that? Now it's pull. See if I can get you to see that. Pull back on this stick to unlock the boom, and then you push this one back. There we go. Then you can release this, and it falls out of the way. There you go. Now, if you want to get the boom to go right or left, it's this one. To the left, to the right, put it back in the middle. Okay. Now, this one is for the, I guess what you call a dipper. Oops, all the way in. So you push it away for it to go away. So that's the forward boom. Okay. And also on this stick, you can go left and right with a bucket. See, bucket is dumping, and you dump it to the left, and you move it. You dump it to the right, and then you push it to the left, and it curls in. Okay. On this one, same thing. You push the stick away, and the boom moves away. And left and right. You got to be gentle with that stick. It bounces. Otherwise, it'll bounce the machine all over creation. And that's how you move this. Now, getting it to dig and move stuff just takes practice. So that's pretty much all the. I've shown you all the switches, all the sticks. Now, let's show how we can get this thing to move. All right. Now, since we're moving, we want to get the boom back. So you want to get it so I would curl the bucket, so like that. We want to get this right in the middle. I kind of use this cable as a guide, so it's right in the middle. All right. Bring it back. Now as we bring this back, we gotta lift the lock out of the way. Hopefully it'll stay. So we got the boom lock out of the way. Now we're gonna just bring it back all the way. There we go. It's hard to do with one hand, but now it's locked. We can curl the bucket. We can put the dipper down. All right. So now that's all folded up, and we could drive with that. Okay. Now we release the seats, so I can swivel it back around. Okay, now we're good to go. So to get the heck out of here, we got to put it in reverse. So step number one is we want to take off the emergency brake. Put your foot on the brake. Take off the emergency brake. That's off. It takes a second to cycle off. Okay, so now to put it in reverse, I want to, you don't have to, the manual will tell you don't have to, but I like to hit the electronic clutch, and then you just make sure your foot's on the brake, put it in reverse, there you go, and we're off. Take your foot off the brake, keep an eye on where you're going. I should have backed my pickup truck out of the way some more. And this thing doesn't really have a half bad turning radius. Now we got it forward. Now, I got some rough roads here. So instead of keeping my foot on the gas pedal where, you know, if you get with this when you're bouncing up and down. So I'm just gonna crank the throttle over here. Good to go. And this is how you drive the backhoe. So now you got the basic operating guidelines of how to get into one of these, start it, and make it work. Thanks for coming along for the ride with me this week. I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.